Students, today we see the remaining points for surface tension. Yesterday we had a lot of discussion on surface energy and the definition for surface tension. Okay. So what is that surface tension formula? It is exactly surface tension T is equal to force acting per unit length. I can write this L or I can write the formula F by L. Okay. It doesn't change the meaning. Okay. The meaning is said to be same, force per unit length and force per unit length. So this lecture we are going to discuss how it can be applicable for the number of applications. Out of that I have considered only one example here in terms of the beaker that we will see later. So only there is a one imaginary line. This we have discussed in the yesterday's lecture. Force acting per unit length. Okay, that is said to be a surface tension. Then how that surface tension are used, okay, are used to stretch the films. That we will see in the next point, that is a relation between surface energy and surface tension. So for sake of simplicity, I have considered one example. There is one beaker, okay, in which liquid is there. This is the surface film. Okay, surface tension of that liquid, it is said to be 0.075. Force per unit length, that is Newton per meter. You might have force measure Newton, length is measured in a meter. So this much is said to be a tension. And radius of the beaker means, if you can see from this side view, you can see the structure of the liquid like this. If you can see from the top view, you will get a circle. So radius of that beaker, it is said to be a 10 centimeter. Then how to find force acting per unit length? Here? If this is the line, okay? How to find the force acting per unit length? इथून इथपर्यंत दिला बघा, याचा रेडियस एवढे दिले. This is said to be L. This is said to be length on which forces are acting. Or you can consider this is as a line, because if you are going to consider this is as a line or you are going to consider this is as a line, doesn't matter. If radius is given, you can find this is length. If this is the radius, what is its length? Length is said to be 2r. So 2 into radius is 10 centimeter, that is 20 centimeter is said to be length along which we are going to apply the force. So if length is equal to 20 centimeter, here tension is given in a meter, so you should convert length from centimeter to the meter value. So here is equal to, it is 20 into 10 raised to minus 2 meter. This is the length. Then find out how much force is applied per unit length. Therefore, surface tension T is equal to force acting per unit length. Therefore, force is equal to tension into length. Tension is 0.075 into length is said to be 20 into 10 raised to minus 2. Now see, 7.512 10 raised to minus 2 into 2 into 10 raised to minus 1. This 0 can be cancelled here. So 7.5 into 10 raised to minus 3 into this 2 value. So it is 15 into 10 raised to minus 3. This much force is acting per unit length. How to solve the example here? Only they have given the radius and tension. You should find how much force is acting per unit length. That force acting per unit length is said to be 15 into 10 raised to minus 3 Newton. 15 into 10 raised to minus 3 Newton. So such type of examples we are going to solve, okay, in the classrooms. There are different values for surface tension for different liquids. I will consider the liquid that is a water whose the surface tension T, it is 0.073. 0.073 is the surface tension for water. Okay, if I consider a soap bubble, if I consider a soap bubble, then its surface tension is said to be 0.023. 0.023. If I consider a next solution, that is said to be a glycerine whose surface tension is 0.062. Or nearby it is rounded off figure is said to be a 0.063. And mercury, this is another liquid whose surface tension is maximum compared to others. It is 0.43. Now see, we are going to compare the surface tension values. Water surface tension 0.073, soap bubble surface tension 0.023. So compared to water, its surface tension is comparatively less. Glycerine surface tension is 0.062. Mercury surface tension is 0.43. Means surface tension is having the highest value for the mercury. Means there is a straightforward membrane is always maximum compared to water, glycerine, and said to be a soap bubble. So try to understand these three values: water, soap bubble, glycerine, and mercury surface tensions values. Now we are going to discuss the relation between surface energy and surface tension. Surface energy, yesterday we discussed. Okay, what is the surface energy? It is a extra energy. I can say it is a potential energy on the surface. Yesterday we had a discussion on this point. On the surface of liquid, it is called as the surface energy. Now we are going to see relation between surface energy and surface tension. So for that, we are going to draw one figure here. Relation between surface energy and surface tension. Surface energy and surface tension. I will consider one frame, a rectangular frame. Okay, the frame will be like this. This is one frame PQ, which is a fixed. I will consider one frame which is said to be a movable, frame, that is RS. There is a different notations given in different books, so try to understand the figure. Okay, not which point is given as a numbering here. I will dip this frame into the soap solution, and if I remove this out of the soap solution, the soap films is formed on the frame PQRS. So this is the soap film which is formed on the soap solution. So like this surface, or I can say it is said to be a soap solution. Yesterday we had discussion that force acting per unit length, but the length is said to be like this. Okay, length is said to be like this. Film is again there is a connected with the soap solution. Okay, he film ahega. This is the film connected to the side RS. So there are two surfaces for the soap solution: upper surface and lower surface, because that solution having the total range is said to be 10 raised to minus 9 meter. So if this is the side QR, this is the upper surface or front surface, and this is said to be a lower surface. So that soap layer having the two surfaces. PQRS. In this case, the surface tension, in general, surface tension acting on the soap solution film layer, it is said to be force per unit length. It is said to be force per unit length. Therefore, force is equal to T into 2L. Why I have written here 2L? Because soap solution having two layers. That's why force experience two times. Soap solution film having, हे लक्षात ठेवा, having two layers. This is frame is deep inside the soap solution. Again remove that. Here is the side QR. Soap solution is sticking to the QR. This is the front face and this is the back face. So here is the one length on which force is acting. Here is the second length on which force is acting. That's why, see, like that, force acting here within this side QR. This is the surface field. So on one side force acting, at the same time on the second side force is acting. That's why the length L and length H, the total length is said to be 2L. So instead of here, I have written here force acting on the two sides. It is T into 2L. Force acting on the two sides, it is said to be T into 2L. Now F is equal to T into 2L. What is the surface energy? It is the extra energy present, or I can say it is said to be potential energy. When liquid surface, there is the presence of molecules. If you are trying to pull that molecule on the surface, means what? Potential energy of the molecule increases, and when the molecules are present on the surface of liquid, when the molecules are present on the surface of liquid, then its potential energy will increase. Now whatever the potential energy is said to be a surface energy. Okay? Now, to find the more potential energy, at this point suppose molecule is here. Molecule is here. I want to displace this arm RS, because this is a free arm. You can put inside, you can put outside. This frame PQRS, out of this PQRS, PS, PQ, QR is a fixer. Only RS is said to be movable. If I am going to move this RS inside or outside, what happens to the surface tension? It will increase or decrease. That we don't know exactly. We are going to find. If this molecule is present here, if you displace the arm RS in the outside, the molecule is said to be stretched. The molecule position will be like this. Means the surface is said to be stretched. How much surface have we stretched to get the potential energy? Because in the yesterday's lecture we had discussion that the energy, there is one molecule. If it is coming inside, the molecule which is present on the surface, which is trying to occupy its space, means some work is done to displace the molecule. Here, molecule is like this earlier. A molecule is displaced. Okay, so I can say the next position of this side or arm RS will be like this. Will be like this. So the arm is said to be stretched. I can say it is R dash, and this is said to be S dash. If it is displaced by some distance dx. Now see, if you stretch this, again surface film is also stretched. Then what happens? If the surface film is stretched, surface tension will increase or decrease. Surface tension will increase because molecules are stretched. It looks like a stretched membrane. And if the molecule displaced from their mean position, potential energy of the molecule will increase. That is the concept surface energy we discussed yesterday. If it is displaced by some distance, then film becomes again stretched. If it is stretched, means what? Number of molecules are stretching from their mean position, means they are moving from their mean position to the next position with some potential energy. So after stretching, potential energy of the molecules will increase. So this displacement dx from the R RS to R dash S dash. So this much work is done. So how much work is done, that we are going to see here. Here is one force acting. Okay, at the same time the force acting from the molecules on this movable arm is said to be, again I can say here is the F dash. You have to done work again this force F dash. Then only the arm RS will displace by some distance dx. So how much work is done here? It is dw is equal to force into small displacement dx. Is it clear? So whatever work is done to displace the arm, okay, that work done always converts into potential energy as per work energy principle. Yesterday again we had a discussion on work energy principle. Work is done on the arm RS. Work is done on the arm RS to displace by some distance dx. That work done is said to be dw is equal to F dot dx. Now we see here work done. The work done to displace. While we are displacing, we are increasing potential energy. Where we are displacing here, because to increase the potential energy increases means surface energy also increasing. The work done to displace the arm, this is the arm RS to R dash S dash is dW, that small work done, is force into displacement. F is force applied through some distance dx, so dW is equal to F dx. Therefore, work done as per work energy principle, work done by force always stored in the form of potential energy. Work done always stored in the form of potential energy. That's why I can write here, therefore whatever work is done always stored in the form of potential energy. So whatever the extra energy present on the outer surface, that potential energy is said to be a extra energy, means it is a on the surface of the liquid, it is said to be a surface energy. आणि काल आपण बघितलंय वर्क डन म्हणजेच काय असते, सरफेस एनर्जी, दॅट इज अ पोटेन्शियल एनर्जी. इट इज अ du is equal to F into dx. Okay, this is equation. For the sake of simplicity, it is said to be 2, and this is equation 1. Put equation 1 into what you will get. Therefore, du, whatever work is done, always stored in the form of potential energy. That increase the potential energy is nothing but the surface energy. So du is the surface energy is equal to F. What is value of F? T into 2L. T into 2L into dx. Okay, 2L. Okay, here is the upper surface or top, front surface. Here is the bottom surface or I can say lower surface. That area is increased from this value to the next value through displacement dx. So through displacement dx, area change is said to be dA, where dA is equal to change in length through the distance dx. बघा किती हा इथला याच्यावरती किती लेंथ आहे, याची लेंथ इथे 2L. फ्रंट लेंथ फॉर द सोप सोल्यूशन, back length for the soap solution. Front length is L, back length is L. That's why on 2L force is acting. On 2L force is acting. F is equal to T into 2L. So this 2L from this position displaces by some distance dx. So this 2L, in short I can say this 2L going to the next position 2L through the distance dx. So this dx is a displacement. Okay, so this is I can say length. Length is dx. Height is said to be 2L. Means what is the area of this displaced position? Area of the displaced position is 2L into dx. 2L into dx. How much area changes? dA. Increase in the area. So this I can write here easily, increase in the area. Okay. Therefore du, we do got this 2L into dx. 2L changes to the next position 2L through displacement dx. So this length change in length into its height. So this length into breadth, whatever it is for the square, it is dx into 2L. You will get the change in area dA. Earlier area is said to be A. Area changes by dA by the value 2L into dx. So du is equal to T into dA. Therefore, this is the relation between surface energy and surface tension. Surface energy and surface tension. And from this equation, we can also define surface tension is. Earlier surface tension definition is T is equal to F by L, force acting per unit length. Here again I can define the next new definition for the surface tension is surface energy to the surface area. Change in surface area. Surface energy to the surface area is also said to be a surface tension. Now we are having the two definitions for the surface tension. That is a force acting per unit length, and potential energy per unit area. Force acting per unit length is also called as surface tension, or potential energy, or I can say it is the surface energy per unit area is also said to be a surface tension of that soap layer. सो सोल्युशन लेअर. इथं होतं टेन्शन आणखी वाढवलं म्हणजे जास्त स्ट्रेन केलं म्हणजे मॉलिक्यूल्स त्याच्या मीन पोझिशनपासून स्ट्रेन झाले म्हणजे त्या मॉलिक्यूलची पोटेन्शियल एनर्जी वाढली. मीन पोझिशनला पोटेन्शियल एनर्जी मिनिमम असते. थोडंसं तो जर जास्त टेन्स झाला, जास्त त्याला ताणलं तर काय होतं, त्याची पोटेन्शियल एनर्जी वाढते. बरोबर आहे. पोटेन्शियल एनर्जी वाढली म्हणजे सरफेस एनर्जी वाढली. किती त्याची सरफेस एनर्जी वाढली? du इज इक्वल टू टी इंटू डी ए. म्हणून टी इज इक्वल टू काय? du बाय डी ए. दिस इज सरफेस टेंशन. टी इज इक्वल टू du बाय डी ए. और आई कैन से रिलेशन बिटवीन सरफेस टेंशन एंड सरफेस एनर्जी. प्लीज विचार. रिलेशन बिटवीन सरफेस एनर्जी एंड सरफेस टेंशन. Okay. So in the next lecture we will see the meniscus of the water column and the meniscus for the mercury column in terms of the angle of contact. कारण वॉटरचा पार्टिकल जर एखाद्या सरफेसवर पडला तर तो पार्टिकल स्पेरिकल नेचरमध्येच का? वाईट इज नॉट सेड टू बी इन अ स्क्वेअर रेक्टेंगल. वाईट ऑलवेज फॉलोज द स्पेरिकल nature. That point we are going to see in the next lecture as a angle of contact. So we can stop here. Thank you.